Speaking of Andrew Tate, what do you think about him? I would love to hear your take on this. This should be fun.
I don't mind him, to be honest. I don't like listen. Like I don't go out searching for him.
Yeah.
But when I see videos of him talking, I don't see anything wrong with what he's saying. Like some of the stuff is just like you could tell he's just doing it just to say some wild shit.
Yeah.
But then when you could tell the difference between when he's saying wild shit and when he's just saying what he thinks.
Yeah.
You could definitely tell the difference because like it's a bit more fluid and less like women should never da 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 da. You can tell. All right, man. Fucking Providence couldn't fucking show up. That's okay.
Well, I get to fill in today.
Was that?
So I get to fill in today.
Yeah, you get to fill in. Fuck, man. When I went to Scottsdale last week, I forgot to tell you.
Yeah.
We went to one of the strip clubs, and there was a better strip club we would have went to. We went to Jaguars.
Yeah.
And there's one called Cheetahs. I don't know what these animals. I don't know
Yeah.
what's going on. But next time we go, I'm going to Cheetahs. Apparently, it's way better. I looked at the reviews once we got back of Jaguars. It's not that fucking good, man. What strip clubs have you been to?
I've been to the number 5. I've been to
All local ones, right?
Yeah, been one to Edmonton. I'm just like nothing.
Was it good?
I've been to Gallery. Gallery was one. I think it just opened up. That
Gallery
one made
what?
me in Vancouver. Gallery
Department?
It's just called Gallery.
Is it?
Yeah.
That's a strip club?
It's a strip club. It's a club. It's like one of those like they're trying to make it like a Vegas type of thing.
Yeah. Is it good?
Yeah, it's dope. I was like, it's one of those like if I walked in with
That's when
money,
that Ross was at.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was like,
yeah.
walked in. I was like, oh, I'll definitely lose money here.
Where is it?
It's like Marine Drive, like close to the airport.
What's the one on Seymour?
The Penthouse. That one's terrible.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, not strip club. I think there's a club on Seymour. Is it the Penthouse?
Yeah, that one's a strip club.
Is it?
Yeah.
And it's called Penthouse?
Yeah.
Oh, it's not good?
No.
I was always wondering, like, which I didn't even know Gallery was one. So it's a combination of a club and
Yeah, it's like they kind of trying to copy like the whole like Vegas model of like having a club and then
I've never been to
strippers as well.
Vegas, so I don't know what that.
I guess that's where they got the idea. It's like, I guess it's like kind of like Dre's, but like more like half and half, if anything.
Nothing's like Dre's, bro.
But that's the vibe that they're going for.
Yeah,
That's what
yeah.
they're
It's like club, dance floor, and then also gentleman's club.
Yeah.
Strip club. And it's all in one. It's not like two halves.
No, it's like all in one.
Have
Like,
you been to Dre's?
the one here or the one in Vegas?
There's one here?
There was one. Like the one that was in the Trump Tower, that was like a Dre's.
That was
But,
Dre's.
yeah.
That one's gone now?
Well, like they have like new ownership now, so it's called
I know the Trump Tower has a new it's not called the Trump Tower.
yeah, it's so like now it's called Paradox. So like there's a restaurant in there,
Yeah.
and then like they have like a club that's
Yeah.
like it's basically the same thing. They just like rebranded
But it's
it.
not called Dre's.
It's not called Dre's.
Because
It's
what
called-
is Dre's exclusive to Trump Towers?
I think so. Something to do. I think that's why it was there because it was in the Trump Tower, and then all the wild shit happened. So
It didn't come. The sneeze didn't come. Yeah, I've never been to Vegas, so I don't know. But Scottsdale's dope. I think I'm gonna try to go once a year.
yeah,
It's like one of those. It's like going to Seattle.
yeah,
I think I just fly down. It's like 2.5 hour flight, and just fucking either do hotel or
Yeah.
Airbnb and just.
I feel like
Weekend
Airbnb,
thing.
especially if you. I think it's like Scottsdale's like more like a group trip type of thing.
No, you could do it. You could do it with a girlfriend. For
Okay.
sure. Excuse me. There it is. No, you could do it with your girlfriend for sure. Yeah, like me and Katrina will go. Scottsdale or like Old Town. Nice shopping's there. Shopping's great.
Yeah.
Where else? Restaurants was good. Like where we ate. We had Nobu, went to a couple
Yeah.
other places. Weather, crazy. I get why everyone has a pool there.
Yeah,
I was saying to one of the clients today, I was like, you just have to sit in water.
Yeah, you
That's how
have
fucking-
to.
It's so hot.
It's too hot.
Man. Like here, it's okay.
yeah,
Like I don't need to go into a pool here, even though it's fairly hot.
yeah.
But like there, you just like sit in water and just relax.
It's like Texas because it's not that it's just hot. It's just like humid as fuck.
Where in Texas?
Yeah, it's the same thing as like it's not as hot as Arizona, but it's
Yeah,
kind of
yeah,
like
yeah.
the same vibe.
So I've been to Texas. I just can't remember what time of year I went, and it wasn't crazy hot.
Yeah, in the summer, because that's the thing. It gets cold, but in the summertime, bro, it's mad hot.
So when was the last time you went to Texas? Because you said you told me yesterday you had family.
Yeah, like I think 20,
Where in Texas?
Dallas, actually.
Oh yeah, okay, cool.
Yeah, it's like 2017, I think it was.
Oh, it's a while ago. Yeah, 5 years.
It's been a minute.
Yeah, I really like Arizona, man. The people there,
Yeah,
in Phoenix and Scottsdale, super nice, man. I'd go all the time. Even the guys were saying, the guys that went, like, they're down to go like once a year type thing, and I'm like, but I fucking love Seattle too.
yeah.
So like it'd be like just a weekend trip like that, like
Yeah.
maybe finish work early on Friday and then just head to the airport or
Yeah.
drive, like just like how you drive down to Seattle. Head to the airport, 2.5 hours. Let's say your flight's at like 4, get there for 6:30, 7. Spend Friday all day Saturday, half a Sunday, then fly back, get back at like 7 on Sunday. Perfect weekend, man.
Makes sense.
Especially during the summer.
Yeah, definitely a vibe.
Yeah.
So what were like some of the biggest differences from like Vancouver and like Scottsdale?
Dude, I fucking can't with the sneezing. The like people like obviously here people aren't like as friendly.
Yeah.
And when I say friendly, I don't mean like have a conversation and they're assholes. I just mean like walk it past somebody.
Yeah.
Or like even at any of the beach parties we went to, like people were like, "Oh, what's up, man? What's up?" And like as like you're waiting to get a drink in line and stuff like that.
It's
like
just common courtesy.
It's just
bullshit.
not even common courtesy. Just like people are open to meeting new people.
Yeah.
I feel like here people are like super closed off and like very cliquey, which is fine because I grew up here too. But I feel like a lot of people want what Scottsdale has in terms of like how people interact, but they don't go out of their way to try to do it here.
Yeah.
And like people are just like so closed off and like, so definitely the people.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably the main thing. That's the main thing I noticed because you can drink everywhere, you can smoke weed everywhere, you can party everywhere. But obviously there it's like nice. The weather's nice year round, basically. It rained actually when we were there for like a little bit. It's kind of crazy.
Wild. Yeah.
It like went completely black and it was raining, but the weather for sure year round, and then just the people, man, super nice. A lot of Canadians there.
Yeah.
But like
visiting or just like who live in Arizona.
I think now that they live there, they live there now. They said like over 400,000 people or 400,000 Canadians. I think 450,000 or something. Excuse me, have moved to Arizona.
That makes sense. I mean, like people trying to get away from the rain and shit.
Not even that, like not from Vancouver, but like from all over Canada.
Okay.
So like even when I was on the flight, because I had a connecting flight from here to Calgary and then Calgary to Arizona, the couple that I was sitting beside, they're from Calgary and they were going down to like sell their house. Like they said they had it for like 11 years and like they don't go down as often, so they're going down to sell it. But like a lot of Canadians just own real estate out there, and like either use it as vacation homes or some like use it as Airbnbs or whatever. But there's a lot of Canadians down there.
It makes sense. I think it's a lot cheaper to buy land out there.
And I think they like Canadians out there. Like I think they like that Canadians are investing out there, and then that we're so nice in comparison to other parts of America.
Makes sense. I guess like no one's really like investing in Arizona.
Because like Arizona's like from my understanding, it's like a new thing that's just popping off like the last like 10, 15 years. Like before then, it was just a desert that no one wanted to be in, but now that's like it's turning up, which is pretty dope. And you can do anything you want there. Hike. We were supposed to go to CrossFit gym, but we didn't go. I didn't feel like working out because we were partying a little too late. You know what I'm saying? I think we went to bed at like every night. We went to bed at like 4:30.
Yeah, there's no way you're gonna get in a workout that late.
And like we wake up at like 10:30, depending. Yeah, but it was fun. I think I want to go once a year, but I'm going to Seattle end of the year, so Seattle's gonna be dope too. And then I just got tickets. My buddy just sent me the tickets for the weekend because I think the weekend's in like 2 weeks, maybe.
In what? In Seattle? Or?
No, here.
Okay.
Here. Yeah, so I'm going to Seattle for Kevin Hart, and then I think the weekend is the 24th of August. Let me see. Ticketmaster. 23rd. It's on a Tuesday? Fuck.
That's wild.
Whatever, I got to get it. I think I start at 7 on Wednesday.
Yeah, it's not like you're going to go out afterwards too. So.
Nah, you never know. You never know.
That's fair.
You never know. What'd you get up to this weekend? I know we hung out yesterday, but you picked up wifey, right?
Yeah, not much.
That's it?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, what's with you and getting fucking sick, man?
I didn't get sick this time though.
Yeah, I know, but I mean like
I
stay
think,
in the hospital, dog.
I think a lot of it
you might as well just rent a room in that bitch, dog.
Because we were talking about it, I think it's just like a lot of just like me, it's just my body just telling me to just
you need to chill
the fuck out.
When's the last time you went on vacation?
It's been a minute.
Why don't you go?
Well, I'm going next weekend.
Where you going?
When I do Whistler.
For just the weekend?
Yeah, just a weekend.
What, like hotel?
Yeah, so we're going a couple of buddies, like 2 couples. And then,
Oh yeah, okay. 2 other couples, so 6 people.
6 people.
Oh yeah, okay. What are you guys gonna do?
Just chill up there, just enjoy, just outdoors, paddleboarding, that type of shit.
Did you get a hotel or Airbnb?
Airbnb.
Expensive?
Yeah.
How much a night?
I think it was like probably like 300 a night.
That's not bad. If it's 6 people sleeping there.
Well, I mean, like I think we're paying 300 in total for the whole weekend, but I mean, like it's probably like 300 each. Wait, so it's like 300 per night, but it's like a 3-bedroom house.
So you're yeah. Oh yeah, okay. That's still not too bad. Like some of the places, like Tank and them, what they're telling me, they're saying like they're playing like some places are like 800, 900 a night at the hotels.
Well, it depends on the hotel and it's the busy season.
Yeah,
and
that's what I was asking. Yeah, super busy. Everyone goes up from Vancouver.
Yeah, because I drove up there like last week and it was like mad busy too.
What'd you drive up for?
I had a couple like DoorDash shoots up there.
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah. You still do DoorDash? Is it for the? It's not for DoorDash. It's like, for the companies that use DoorDash.
It's for the companies that use it. So DoorDash will pay for like the photo shoots, and then it's like every time like a new like I guess restaurant signs up for DoorDash, they just have this complimentary like thing where like they
like you get So how'd you get that?
It's like an app. It's like works. It's called Snapper. Works similar to like Uber.
Yeah.
Basically, it's like the way you pick an Uber. Like you just pick a photographer and then like kind of matches you up based on like the time and the location. And then you as a photographer can kind of pick like
which one you want to do, like based on location and obviously based on.
And I guess because like not too many people want to drive out to Whistler, so it's like.
Yeah, really? I thought they would.
It's like bro, with gas right now, bro. It's
gas is not that bad anymore. Gas used to be bad.
No, it still is, bro.
Nah, what is it like 206?
It's like it's better now, like 180. But last week it was 2.
Yeah, because I have to put in like the premium. Yeah. I think like the lowest it said is like 91 octane.
Yeah.
So like I have to do it's either mid grade, depending on where I go. Mid grade I could, but I just always put the highest grade just to make sure I don't fuck this car up.
Well, I mean you have a Merc, so I mean you gotta
but I'm not trying to fuck this car up because like if you don't want to fuck the engine up by putting in some trash ass.
Especially like I feel like just service on that bitch is just like.
I haven't even got a service yet, so we'll see. It shouldn't be too much. We'll see. And I think it's included.
Oh, okay. If it's included, then you're good. Yeah.
If it's not, I'm pretty fucked.
Yeah, because.
But even driving up, not like to Whistler, I don't like gas prices. Maybe like 2 months ago, then you're kind of like fuck. But the car that you got, is pretty good on gas, isn't it?
Yeah, but thing is, it's the gas and like for what I'm getting paid, like the amount I'm getting paid,
it's not worth it.
It's not worth it. So I'm like,
that's when you got to do like see if you can get multiple up there. And you're not
well, yeah, that's the thing because that day I had 3 of them, so it kind of makes sense because the first one was in the morning, like in Squamish, and then I did like a day trip, and then the next 2 were like up at like Whistler Village, so it kind of makes sense. I'm like, if I'm putting gas one time, it makes sense. Yeah. Because even before I was doing like that's what I was doing during COVID.
Yeah.
Because I'll do like multiple in like fucking Surrey and Abbotsford. I'll do like 3 or 4 of them.
In what, like a day?
Yeah. So it would kind of be worth it.
I don't know why my nose and I'm sneezing. I don't know where that came from. I just finished working out. I figured like it only makes sense to like if you can organize your schedule to have multiple in one day, and then like the other days that you have off, just like completely off to actually get the editing and all that shit done.
Well, because with that, so I don't even have to do the editing. That's the nice thing. I just have to take the photos because I guess they hire.
If you don't do video, are you doing video too or just photos?
No, it's just photos, just literally photos, and it's because like how it works is like I just take the photos, upload it online to like the platform, and they have an editor to do it.
Okay, to edit it. Yeah, edit it the way they like, basically.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, okay.
The editing is dodgy, but I'm like, fuck, it's not my problem.
The editing's dodgy,
bro. It's
you
so
seen
bad.
it after?
Oh yeah, because like they send you the photos afterwards.
Yeah.
Because it sends you like a notification that it's been uploaded. I'm like,
so why don't you just say you do it too? Do you want to do it? Would you do it?
Because I don't think it just makes sense for their business model. Because like for example, I think for like a 2-hour shoot, it's like maybe $400, and it's like half and half.
Yeah.
So I get paid for the shooting, and they get paid for the editing. So I think for like their business model just doesn't make sense.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's interesting. I didn't know. I didn't even know they did that. Like they outsourced, like DoorDash would outsource that kind of, which is it makes sense.
Yeah.
Like it makes sense. It's smart. I just didn't know because I'm not in that world.
I think it only boomed as well, just like during COVID as well, because
that's when it started.
That's when more people were signing up for DoorDash
for sure.
And then it's like it's a complimentary.
I wonder how much they exploded.
DoorDash,
yeah,
a lot.
Like, because like you couldn't go to restaurants, couldn't eat. People were
not
staying
even that.
home.
I feel like people were already kind of like still doing DoorDash before.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, not to the extent of the pandemic where like people weren't going out.
Yeah, it was
and
wild.
now it's like, how are we gonna get food? It's like, let's order it to the crib.
And that's what I'm saying. It was wild.
And it's like, oh, my favorite place, you can't order it.
Yeah.
And then these places are like, fuck, we're losing money. Let me.
There's a lot of people who signed up because they had to survive.
Yeah. They should start doing like, if there's any like low budget ones, like no name ones, they should do that because I think the fee that these restaurants are paying are fucking high, man. Like they're losing a lot of their profit.
Like the restaurants or like DoorDash?
Yeah, the restaurants.
Oh,
like
yeah.
if
100%. 100. Because the thing is, I did so many, and I ended up talking to them, and like the cut that DoorDash makes, stupid. Which a lot of it too. I mean, I feel like,
but when you brand it properly, man, you can take whatever you want, basically.
Yeah, but it's because a lot of people didn't have like.
What's an alternative?
That's the thing. There isn't an alternative.
Do we have Uber Eats here?
We do, but that's the thing. It's the same thing. Like it's the same business one. And
What's that? There's I don't know if it's Chinese or Asian one. It's like baby blue. It's not baby blue. It's like teal.
I know that
Which
one.
What's it called?
I don't know what it's called, but I've
seen
seen
it all the time.
It's
all the time.
It's most. I think a lot of like Asian people use it because it's just mostly for like Asian restaurants and stuff.
Yeah, like Thai and stuff like that, and pho. Yeah, I see them all the time. And I'm always like, what's that company called? I don't know. They're probably
I used to see it all the time in my old place in like Brooklyn because it's like mostly Asians. Right? Oh, they would make you back.
The whole industry's fucking back here. So how many jobs you got going on right now?
Right now,
like obviously there's ours, but like how many like consistent ones are you doing on a regular basis?
I guess like 3, and then like people hit me up here and there. Yeah, and it's just.
But you're done with the club scene now.
Yeah, I think I've done my juice. It's time for me to wrap it up, and I'm done, bro.
Dude, staying out that late is too tough, man. And then if you have to get up early the next day, it's like, what are you trying to do?
Yeah,
like why?
And I think that's what it was too. I think like now, I think that's why I was getting so sick. I think my body was just like burnout.
Too much, man.
Yeah.
Lack of vacation and because you weren't sleeping enough.
And it was just like now, like I wasn't working out as much. Like my eating was just like shit. So it's just.
And then you stare at a screen all day, especially when you're editing and doing all that.
Thing is, like with that, I'm actually good. I'm like, every time I'm editing and like things are like exploding and stuff. I'm like, I'll take a break and go walk.
Yeah, fair enough.
I have like a standing desk and stuff, so it's like I can still kind of.
Those files are so fucking big, man. Like even when I was downloading one yesterday, it was like 15 minutes to download.
Yeah, it's wild.
I feel like there's a better way.
No, there is. I think I'm looking into that. It's because the thing is, this camera too. It's because it's 4K, so especially with like a long video.
Yeah,
it's like way longer.
Yeah. So even when I was trying to upload one, dude, any video, like I'll try to airdrop like 1-minute videos from my phone to my laptop, and it takes forever. I'm like, what's a faster fucking? I gotta figure this shit out, man.
It depends on the quality. That's the thing. I think like
my phone shoots in 4K. I think I changed my settings so it shoots in 4K. I need a new phone. I just found out I just realized I had a iPhone 11.
So what, you gonna get a 13?
So I and the reason I found out was because I deleted TikTok. I told you, right?
Yeah.
Because I seen that fucking. Well, I still have it.
Yeah,
of course.
But
you're
just not using it as much.
Yeah. So it said your account, Daniel English, logged in from device iPhone 11 Pro today in British Columbia. I was like, I have an iPhone 11. What iPhone's out right now? 13? I know 13's out for
13.
Sure. Is it 14 though? Is there 14?
I think they always drop one in like I think in September and then May.
I gotta get a new phone, man. I think the cameras. I can already tell. First of all, I need a new laptop. My laptop's starting to die real quick, and it just happened the past 2-3 weeks, where like I'll charge it fully charged. I'll use it for like an hour and a half, and it's telling me it's fucking dead. I'm like,
that
since
upgrade,
when?
They do that. The software, they do that all the time.
I'm like, since when? I don't even remember upgrading it. I try to wait for the upgrades, but then like people be talking shit online, being like, make sure you upgrade because there was a leak and this new upgrade protects you from the leak. And I'm like,
yeah, they still have mad leaks all the time.
All the time.
Like,
see, I don't trust that. Like, even with the TikTok thing, like why I deleted it, like that shit scared the fuck out of me, man. They're like,
but I feel like especially with Apple, I feel like it's more like a marketing thing to get people to get the latest software and to get the latest like laptops and like phones and shit. Because I remember, I think it was 3-4 years ago where like they had a lawsuit because when I think was it the 10 or the 11 came out, anything below a 6 just stopped working.
Yeah. That's when everyone found out that they did that, and then people were just like, I kind of knew that already.
Yeah.
A lot of people knew that. I knew that. I knew that for phones. I didn't know that for MacBooks. Not
I
my
guess
fucking
not many
MacBooks.
people. You'd be surprised. Like I didn't know about.
Really?
That. Yeah, because I was just like, I just thought my phone was just like being wild.
No. If you especially if you like always delete your stuff and like everything kind of stays relatively the same throughout the years, it's not supposed to just do that. If it's like, if it's legit. But like once you start getting new phones and it keeps doing the same thing after like 4 years, you're just like, oh yeah, okay. They're doing something to my phone to force me to buy another one. And it's smart. I'm not gonna lie, it's smart because once most people found out, most people didn't really give a fuck. They were like, what? Okay, when's the next phone coming out?
It's wild though. Like the way like marketing and it's basically mindfuck.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
But even with the TikTok stuff, like I was just like, once I was reading like exactly what you give them access to in order to use the app, I was like, oh, if I'm not using this app, I might have to delete it. So I think I'm like, if I take a break from TikTok, like if I'm just not posting a lot, I think I'll just delete it, keep it off my phone, and then if I'm gonna make a TikTok, I'll download it again and then go through the whole like. Because when I did it today, I downloaded it again today, and it was like, oh, pick your favorite interests, and it's like music, sports, da da da. So like that's what it would show you. So I'm gonna have to do that every single time. But I was like, man, it's scary, man. They're like they'll track your keystrokes and everything.
Yeah, because we were talking about. Because remember I was telling you yesterday, it's like we were at a friend's house, and like none of us has kids, and then I think one of the girls had a kid. She just had a kid. Ugh. And then we're talking about like, oh, like how she needed to leave early. I think because we're at a barbecue, and it's like, oh, she needs to get like diapers.
Yeah.
And then literally like the next day, like we all woke up with ads for diapers. I'm like, that's wild.
Yeah. It shouldn't do that though. And a lot of it depends. I think like a lot of it also is it's like most of the targeting is like gender related. Like I didn't like girls would never see like Manscaped.
Oh yeah.
Like how you always see ads for Manscaped, and then you always see like videos for like fucking random people like Andrew Tate and all these guys.
I think
girls aren't seeing that.
I think now they're doing that though, like Manscaped, because they even have like female influencers now.
Do they?
Yeah, because it'll be like, oh, like I think they do it more like during Father's Day and like Christmas time, because that would be like a good gift.
I don't think girls are seeing that on their. It's all makeup stuff. Like I don't see any makeup stuff on like advertisements on my Instagram.
But I think it's also based on like what you're looking up. Like if you were looking up more like makeup stuff, I think it would pop out. Yeah,
maybe. Well, if I was looking at male stuff, like no female. Like if they're gonna target people, like if a makeup brand's gonna target people, it's most likely gonna target women, obviously.
But
it only makes sense.
Makes sense.
Yeah. So it is what it is.
Speaking of Andrew Tate, what do you think about him? I would love to hear your take on this. This should be fun.
I don't mind him, to be honest. I don't like listen. Like I don't go out searching for him.
Yeah.
But when I see videos of him talking, I don't see anything wrong with what he's saying. Like some of the stuff is just like you could tell he's just doing it just to say some wild shit. Yeah. But then when you could tell the difference between when he's saying wild shit and when he's just saying what he thinks.
Yeah.
You could definitely tell the difference because like it's a bit more fluid and less like women should never da 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 da. You could tell, I'm telling you. So when he's talking more fluid and like you could tell he has some foundation to it, I'll listen to that and it's legit. But then when he's like doing his whole like saying reckless shit just to go viral, then it's cool. But I don't mind him. I think he's a cool guy. I think he's pretty like he's all right. But like he came out of nowhere. And then he was even talking about it. He said it was like a plan that he made that like started January 1st till now. I'm like, fuck, I see his videos fucking everywhere.
Yeah, because he talked about it. He did a video with the Nelk boys.
Yeah, I saw some of
talking about it. I think it's Wanted, bro.
Yeah.
He's talking about some people trying to get him.
For what?
He wouldn't say.
What do you mean?
Like he's legit like someone is trying to kill him. Like
really?
Legit. Yeah, apparently.
I can see it.
I guess he did some wild shit before, like some mob shit.
Yeah.
Who knows? Like
Dana White said the same thing. Like he said, like people were trying to kill him in Boston, so he like moved.
Yeah, it makes sense. I feel like a lot
like
of
they rolled up and they're just like, hey, you need to give us like $1,000 a week or whatever the case may be.
I wouldn't be surprised. Like Dana looked like he was in like some.
But I don't even think he was in mob shit. I think he was just. I think like the mob like does this thing where if you're in their territory and like you're a business owner or you own anything, they'll just come over and be like.
I feel like not him, but he's probably like maybe linked to some people
for sure.
or some old homies.
Yeah, but Tate I don't mind. It's just interesting to see how he's fucking the last 6 months. Like no one knew who this guy was, and now everybody knows who. And I think he targets like obviously men. So I don't know if too many women who don't watch like haven't heard of him. Like I don't think as much women see his videos as guys.
Do you know what's funny? Because they were talking about it. He doesn't have like an Instagram page.
What do you mean? Yeah, he does.
No, he doesn't. Those are not his. Like he doesn't own like an Instagram page.
I thought he has one, Cobra Tate.
I don't think so. Because you're talking about it. Because he's like, I think everyone else like just like they're like fan pages.
Yeah.
And he doesn't own an actual one. I could be wrong.
No, this is him. It's fucking blue checked, bro.
Okay. But he doesn't post like any of those videos though.
What do you mean?
Just, like when he's talking and stuff.
Yeah.
It's mostly just like probably just like of him, just like maybe just chilling on his cars.
Yeah, and he always has these like random ass fucking captions, man. He's like, being a powerful man isn't always about furious anger and instilling fear. As enemies attempt to attack your energy and lower your vibration, understand this. Power is untouchable. Power isn't interested. Sometimes power is simply not caring at all. It's just some random shit, man. But he's killing it. Everyone knows who he is. He's got 4.1 million followers now.
I mean, let's see if it lasts, though.
I'm sure 2019 or I'm sure 2021 he didn't have 4.1 million.
Yeah, but I feel like there's always one of those guys out there. Because remember the guy when you're watching YouTube, he's like, "This is my Ferrari. These are all my books."
Oh yeah.
What happened to that guy?
No, he's still around.
Yeah. I don't see his ass.
He's not doing as many. Like they always do like the wave. They'll do like a year of like hardcore advertisements, and then they make their money and do their thing, and they stop and they don't go as hard. There was always those guys. There was like keto guys and fucking all this shit that you see all the time. Gosh. You see all those guys. There used to be this like this Asian personal trainer. I can't remember his name, but he went hard for a little bit.
Six-pack abs, dudes. Six-pack shortcut or whatever.
Something. Yeah. I can't remember, but he went hard for a little bit. Who else? There was a CrossFit guy. Fuck, what's his name? He went hard for a little bit. There's a lot of people. I think it's Ty Lopez.
Yeah.
Is the one that you were talking about. He went hard for a little bit. Yeah, they just make their money. They pull those guys into their masterminds and all this stuff, and they're $19.99 a month, and then fucking they get out.
How many people actually sign up for that? It's actually mad.
But it's because everyone's looking for the easiest way to do something, and there's no easy way.
Yeah,
you have to do the work. You have to spend the time. But then it's like, how can I do it? Like, I want to work out, but I don't want to do X, Y, and Z. It's like, okay, well then, you're not going to get the exact same results as someone who does it.
Yeah.
It's interesting. It's very interesting. So what? You're not working out as much anymore?
No, I am. Like now, it's definitely I'm doing something.
How many times a week now?
I'm trying to do like 4 times a week. Like now, I'm like playing sports. So I'm like playing tennis, playing rugby.
Oh, have you played since you got that new racket?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Where'd you play?
Downtown. One of my boys like lives on Commercial, so we just like end up going downtown.
Why don't you let me know?
Okay, I'll let you know.
I said, why didn't you?
About me playing?
Yeah.
It's like one of those things where it's like, oh, like we're just like texting in a group and it's like, oh, you trying to play type of thing? Yeah, it's never like, we're going to play like on a set time. It's just like.
How many rackets do you have? Just one? Just the one that you just got?
Yeah, it's the one I just got.
Yeah. I need to get one, man.
Yeah.
I got to get one. I'm trying to play, but I'm not sure about the side to side with the ankle yet.
Yeah, you definitely, if your ankle's not done, it's not one of those. Cause,
I got to do some side shuffle exercises and some more calf raises and shit like that.
Because, I mean, if you can't ball, you definitely can't play tennis.
I don't know if I can ball yet. That's a good question.
Yeah.
I got to check it out. Single leg jumping still pretty tough. It's like I could do it, but it's still discomfort. So I got to make sure I...
But are you doing like any rehab stuff like that, Cole?
Oh, yeah, still. Okay. Yeah. So even there, like that's why the band is there. I was doing some banded stuff on the ground there, the green one. I was doing some banded stuff but I think I have a lot of scar tissue in there now, so I think I got to get like some shockwave or something, break some of it down, and then do some more mobility stuff and more kettlebell smashing and all that crap, and just smash the muscles and the scar tissue around and get some more motion in it. Like it's not bad, and it's gotten a lot better, but fuck, that was terrible, man. Ankles are the worst, bro.
Yeah,
because
it's not like you can live with it, but you can also like kind of gets better quickly, and then it's like, but if it doesn't heal properly, you're fucked.
Mine didn't even get better quickly. Like it got better.
Yeah.
Like fairly slowly, because it was bad. But it's just the healing. The healing is like, if it heals wrong, then you gotta fucking do a lot of fucking work to get it back to like even trying to get it equal to the other one. And ankles are the worst, man. If you have no ankle mobility, it's tough to like squat properly and like you could feel it locking up on you. It's fucking terrible. What's the worst injury you had?
My knees.
What was your forearm?
Broke my hand.
Doing what?
Playing rugby.
Oh yeah, okay. And then what was your worst one?
ACL, my knee.
You tore it?
Yeah.
Or like complete tear?
It was like a partial tear, but it's like.
How is it now?
It's like I can squat and shit, but it's like I definitely don't go too heavy on the squat.
Yeah.
I probably leg press more because I just the squatting. I definitely feel.
Like feel what? Like unstable or like pain?
I'm just afraid of just not being able to come back up even with a spot.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So what's the heaviest you'd go? Or what's the heaviest you feel comfortable going?
I can go 300.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
For like what?
For like 10.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
And like that there you feel comfortable, but anything
I feel
higher?
comfortable. It's I think it's giving me enough like tension where like I feel like I'm actually working it out. And then,
yeah. And then you won't go any heavier than that?
Nah.
Even like you wouldn't go heavier but lower reps than that? Like you wouldn't go like 315, 330 for like sets of 3?
Not on like a barbell squat. Like I do like hack squats where it's like like I feel more comfortable with that.
Yeah.
And I feel because like my back is against something and it's like I'm like 45 degrees, whereas like barbell squat, like I just don't trust it.
Oh yeah, okay. Where I seen YK Osiris was at Gallery last night.
Yeah.
Do you ever go to those shows? Like when people go anywhere? Like obviously we did into Ty Dolla $ign, but other than that.
I do, but there isn't like a lot. What usually happens is either people I don't listen to, or it's like I'm doing something that day.
Yeah.
So and I don't really listen to.
Where's the best club? Is what I'm basically asking. I don't even know anymore.
It depends. Like best clubs in terms of what, like vibe, music, like
like what we like. Yeah, like what we like.
It's tough. I think Vancouver is terrible.
Yeah.
In the sense, and having worked in the industry for such a long time, in the space, like it's
not that good.
Yeah.
It's not up to par.
Nah.
In comparison to what?
Toronto, like LA. And it's not that we don't have the potential to be good. It's just
something's up. Something's off.
Well, it's a lot of what probably was talking about. There's a lot of politics, and there's a lot of like the same players involved.
Yeah. That's what sucks when you have like, it's like, I don't want to say Vancouver's a small city, but in regards to stuff like that, there's like a small group of people that kind of.
But it's not even like it's a small city. It's a monopoly of like people owning everything.
Yeah. You mean in terms of clubs and stuff like that?
Not even clubs, even just like restaurants and bars and stuff. They're owned by like three big companies.
Yeah.
And you literally walk. It's like you having it's basically like what the Good Life and like all those other gyms are. You walk into any Good Life, you know what type of vibe you're gonna get.
Yeah.
Which that model works for like gyms, but doesn't necessarily work for like entertainment. Because I'm like, I don't want to go to one place and feel the same vibe.
That's
that
going
makes
to
sense.
a different place. Yeah.
Which is weird because I'm like, I think a lot of it too. A lot of the people who own the places are like old, and like I mean old in the sense like they're out of touch. They're like probably like older than in their 50s,
and they don't know what's actually going on in the club.
They don't want to listen. This is where like the beef is, because like there's a lot of people like me who are kind of like who would love to go into like upper management, like just like
or like you people actually have your ear to the streets.
Yeah,
and like you actually.
And even then, for me, I'm like, there's certain things where like I know I'm like people my age aren't going out as much, and like we had to hire younger guys.
Yeah, you have to.
Yeah,
the young people know exactly, and I hate saying the young people because I feel like I'm still young, but
yeah, but this thing like it's like young, like different. It's like we aren't 21 anymore. We're not
where
like,
you're just worried about partying. Those are the people that know. Well, like those people aren't worried about like the financial part of the club. Like, you know, they're just like, how much are drinks? And are there girls there? Or are there guys there? Or whatever the case may be. They're worried about the actual club experience. And it's like, this club's good, this club's good. Yeah, it sucks when they get into higher management, or when like as people get older, they lose touch with actually like going to the club and seeing what's good and like knowing what's good.
Yeah.
Then they can kind of move with the times.
A lot of it is just politics too, man. It's just a lot of people just with egos, just trying to.
Like, I don't get what the benefit is. Like, even if that's true, like, where are you seeing the success in your business by having that ego or by playing in those politics?
That's the thing. There's a lot of people who've just like recently left. Like there's some things I can't say on camera. You and I can have a conversation about it, but it's like it just happened. It's like someone just like got up one day and just said, made a big blunder with something and just left. And the thing is, people were telling like, you shouldn't be doing this right now.
Yeah.
And it's just like, it's if that person had spent the time and just like invested in other things.
Yeah.
It wouldn't have gone that way.
Yeah, it would have been different.
So it's
That's
just wild.
Interesting, man. It's just upsetting because I feel like Vancouver has so much potential to be good at stuff like this. Like I feel like there's people in Vancouver, that can kind of not lead the way, but like as a community, kind of like represent certain things.
Oh yeah, 100%.
But it's just not. It's never came to fruition.
A lot of it too, because it's funny enough. So like I was talking to one of the managers, like I think yesterday or the day before that.
Yeah,
and we're just talking about like even like how like when he's like talking to people like and like just like calling them out if they've made a mistake. A lot of people are very sensitive, and like he's had
super sensitive.
He's like tread lightly, which he sucks because he's like, I just want to say it as it is and just
yeah.
And it's like, I'm not coming for you. I'm just trying to like make you a better person.
Yeah.
And he's just like a lot of people in the industry are like that, and it's because they're there for many reasons. Like for the clout, they're not really there to like for the experience, like to actually make the thing better.
Yeah.
So, and people end up getting hired just for the sake of it,
and not actually to like continue growing.
No.
Yeah, that's tough.
No. There's some people in the industry I look at them like, how are you doing something like general manager for a club or like you've been DJing for a while, you play the same mix every single week, or like you are doing marketing for a club. I'm like, there's some spots where like me and the homies, we have a group chat and like we literally just like every time there's like a post from a certain place,
you guys just crack
we're just like trolling the shit. I'm like, this doesn't make sense.
That's not good.
It sounds like, and I'm not saying this like, it sounds like a 15-year-old girl is coming up with some of these posts. And I'm like, this is a grown-ass individual who's decided, who actually thought about it, picked a photo, and like thought this was appropriate to post.
Yeah, you were saying the marketing for What's It Fights was crap. For the one that we went to. That's fair.
Again, there's a lot of things I can't say on camera.
That's fair.
I would love to, but
that's fair.
Yeah,
that's fair.
But that's in, you see the differences now. You look at like, for example, look at OVO Fest.
Yeah.
Look at even like things like Caravana. Like, look, like it's not that there's a lot more people who don't want to party like in Vancouver. People fly to Toronto. People fly to LA.
For sure.
Yeah.
I might fly to Rolling Loud. I don't know. I still have
exactly. So people do that. So like, but you see like the differences, and I'm like, I think the biggest thing is like, why can't people just like decide to like go to those people? And that's the thing, people don't ask. Like, if you just ask like the manager of like Rolling, like, hey, like, listen, we're trying to do this in Vancouver. Like, how can we make this bigger?
Yeah.
It's like,
who'd you talk to about that? Or like who? Like, let's say if someone wanted to do Rolling Loud here, like who's like someone that you would know that'd be like, oh, that'd be a good connection to talk to.
There's a bunch of people like this. Like, so for example, like I know someone who's in charge of like events, and they were actually trying to bring I think the level under Formula One to Vancouver.
Dude, these tickets are cheap.
Yeah.
Oh, there's Formula One in Montreal. Yeah, wasn't there? Did it shut off? I wasn't sure. There's Formula One in Montreal.
But that is because like the legislation is different in Montreal.
There's rules. And where would they even do it here? Is there a track?
I think there is. I don't know, because I think they were trying to bring it here, so they obviously is.
They would have to be like I know where the car shows. The car shows go to where, like Squamish or Whistler, around there.
Yeah, there's definitely like people who do that, but I'm like I don't know. The city is weird. Like there's so much red tape. That's why a lot of shit doesn't happen. Because for example, like I mean, if Vancouver is such a big city, like why are we having things like Rolling Loud?
It's not that big of a city. That's why. It seems like a big city, but like big events like that would flop for sure. They would be like, they'd flop once and we could never. It's just like having a basketball team. Like, it's like, oh yeah, let's have an NBA team, and it's just like.
But I think that's because of management. It's like, for example, like the rugby sevens.
Yeah.
Vancouver is now like one of the big venues for that. Because like Vancouver, we have the facilities for it, and we have the people who have interest in it.
You have to have the people that's interested in it.
Because even I think, what is it? Isn't it FIFA or something? Yeah, I think we're being considered for like
$500 to Toronto, Vancouver to Toronto. That's nonstop, and that's not on like. I saw some like Flair and shit like that. I ain't getting on those. I've been on Spirit one time. It was the fucking worst thing I've ever been on, ever in my life.
I've seen the memes for Spirit.
Yeah, no, it's terrible. It's so cheap, but it's so bad. These guys fucking so they have a GPS so they could see where the planes are in the sky. The GPS wasn't working, so they were delayed by like an hour and a half or hour 45, and then my connecting flight I missed it. So when I got to Toronto and I was supposed to go from Toronto to here, I go to the table and I'm like, hey, I missed my flight, like Spirit, da 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 da, and they said they won't do anything about it. And the lady was super nice. She just moved me onto another flight, but the next morning. So then I just called my aunt and I met up with my aunt and shit, and I think I stayed the night, and then she drove me into the airport in the morning. But yeah, and I didn't have to pay. She just like put me on a different flight because I missed it.
Lucky, bro.
So lucky.
Was this recently?
When was this? This was for. Oh, when I went to New Orleans for one of my buddies.
But this was definitely like pre-COVID, right?
Pre-COVID.
Oh yeah, 100%. Pre-COVID, yeah, definitely, because they're trying to keep clients. Now they're just
now they're like, fuck you.
I feel like they don't give a fuck.
You just have to take it.
Because they're like, people are just going to travel anyway. So I'm like,
if
you don't pay them, like, it is what it is.
100%. All right, what time is it, man? I might have to bounce. Unfortunately, this was a short one. Yeah, I got to bounce.
It's all good.
Hopefully we get Pravi back next week. Pravi, you fucking lazy motherfucker. He likes to act like he has shit going on. Pravi, I know you ain't got shit going on, bro. You're probably just sleeping. Probably jerked off 3 times and fell asleep. You know he likes that jerking. You know what I'm saying?
You could probably face somebody right now, see where he's at.
Yeah, I should. Let me see if I can get him. Let's see.
Watch him pick up.
You think he will? He's probably sweating. What's up, man? Well, what are you doing? Let's see if we can get him. FaceTime. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Nah, we ain't get him.
I guess next time. See his ass next time.
Yeah, he should be on next week. He should be back. Thank you for filling in, sir.
All right,
Appreciate you. For the rest of you, we'll see you next week. Next Sunday, baby. Every Sunday. Peace out.
Later.